Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Crochet for Baby. Thanks for watching. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this little dress for baby girls between 6 and 9 months old. It's part of a new crochet set that I'm going to show you for baby girls between 6 and 9 months old, which includes the matching headband, the matching diaper cover, the matching bonnet, and the matching baby shoes. This is the order that I'm going to upload all of these tutorials, so stay tuned. Now, this little set that I'm going to show you, like I said, is for baby girls between 6 and 9 months old, but you can easily make it smaller or bigger. Down here in the information box, I'm going to leave you some information on how you can make it smaller or bigger. I'd say between 3 and 18 months, so be sure to check that out. Once I upload all of these tutorials, I will leave a link up here to where you can find all of these videos. Also, if you press the little lamb down here next to my channel name, it'll take you to where you can find all of my tutorials. Remember, my channel is bilingual. All of my tutorials are always in English and in Spanish. Okay, so let's get started, and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 3.5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this DK weight yarn. It's called Super Soft Baby Double Knit James C. Brett. If you're in the US, you can use any light number 3 yarn. I'll be using in this light blue color and white. Now, to begin, I have 49 chains. This chain here is measuring approximately 28 centimeters, which is about 11 inches. The stitch multiple to the base chain is multiples of 4 plus 1. Now, to begin, on the third chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to make a half double crochet into the next chain, half double crochet into the next, and so on. For this first row, this is all I'm going to do. I'm just going to make one half double crochet on each one of the chains. At the end of this first row, I'm going to have 48 half double crochets, including the 2 chains at the end here. Continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end of this first row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. I have a total of 48 half double crochets, including the 2 chains here. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 2 and turn. These 2 chains do not count as a stitch, so when you count your stitches, don't count the 2 chains here. These chains are here so that the edge here on this side and on the other side are nice and straight. So now in this second row, what we're going to do is we're going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and into the fourth I'm going to make 2. Let me show you. Beginning on top of this first half double crochet, make a double crochet, on top of the next double crochet, and on top of the next double crochet. So that's 3 double crochets. Now into this next one, make 2 double crochets. Again, repeat the same thing. Make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and into the next 2 double crochets. This is all you're going to do for this second row. At the end of this second row, we're going to have 59 double crochets. Continue, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. I'm here at the end of this second row. I have 59 double crochets. Here at the end, I finished with these 4 double crochets. My last double crochet, I did it here where I have the 2 chains. Now for the third row, we're going to chain 2 and turn. In this row, what we're going to do is we're going to make 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next 2 double crochets. Remember, the 2 chains do not count as a stitch. So here, beginning on top of the first double crochet, make a double crochet, on top of the next a double crochet. That's 2, 3, 4, and into the next 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Now again, repeat the same thing. Make 4 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next 2 double crochets. This is all you're going to do for this third row. At the end of this third row, you're going to have 70 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end of this row. I'm here at the end of the third row. I have a total of 70 double crochets. Now for the fourth row, chain 2 and turn. Now in this row, what we're going to do is we're going to make 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the next 2. Let me show you. Beginning on top of the first double crochet, make a double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets, and into the next 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. This is how you're going to continue for this fourth row. You're going to make 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the next 2, and then again repeat the same thing. At the end of this fourth row, you're going to have 81 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end of this row. I'm here at the end of this fourth row. I have 81 double crochets. Now for the fifth row, chain 2 and turn. In this row, we're going to make 6 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the next 2 double crochets. So let me show you. Beginning on top of the first double crochet, make your first double crochet into the next. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the next 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. This is how you're going to continue for the rest of this row. You're going to repeat the same thing. Make 6 double crochets and into the next 2 double crochets. At the end of this fifth row, you're going to have 92 double crochets. So continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I finished the fifth row. I have a total of 92 double crochets. Now for the sixth row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Now in this row, we're going to make V-stitches. Each one of the V-stitch is going to consist of a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. So beginning here into the third double crochet, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to make the first V-stitch. Double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Now skip 1, 2, and into the third, same thing, another V-stitch. Skip 1, 2, and into the third, again, another V-stitch. Don't forget to chain 2 and then complete your V-stitch. This is how we're going to continue for this sixth row. I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this sixth row. Now I have a total of 30 V-stitches. To finish, we're going to go here to the end. On top of the last double crochet, make a double crochet. Now for the seventh row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make V-stitches, but each one of these V-stitches in this row is going to consist of a double crochet, 3 chains, double crochet. So let me show you. Inside the first V-stitch, make the next V-stitch, 3 chains, double crochet. Again, inside the next one, another V-stitch, 3 chains, double crochet. Inside the next one, another V-stitch, double crochet, 3 chains, double crochet. Continue like this to the end of this seventh row. I'm here at the end of the seventh row. I have 30 V-stitches. To finish, we're going to insert our hook here into the second chain and make a double crochet here at the end. Now for the eighth row, chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of the V-stitches in this row, we're going to make 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. Jump to the next one and do the same thing. 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. Continue like this to the end of this eighth row. I'll meet you there to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this eighth row. Now to finish, we're going to make a double crochet here into this second chain. And this is how I finished the eighth row with a total of 30 of these fans. Now for the ninth row, chain 1 and turn. On top of this first double crochet, make a single crochet, 2 chains. Inside this chain 2 space, make a single crochet, 2 chains, single crochet. 2 chains between these 2 fans in the center right here, make a single crochet, 2 chains, and then again inside this chain 2 space, make a single crochet, 2 chains, single crochet, 2 chains, and then between the 2 fans, a single crochet. This is how you're going to continue for this ninth row. Continue and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I finished this row. Here at the end I did 2 chains and then finished by making a single crochet into the second chain here at the end. I cut my yarn and passed my yarn through this last loop. Now for the next row, what we're going to do is we're going to use a slightly bigger hook. You don't have to, but I prefer to use a slightly bigger hook to do this next row. So I'm going to use this 4mm crochet hook. So what I'm going to do is into this last single crochet that I did, I'm going to bring this loop in this color white like this to the front, and I'm going to chain 1. Now turn, and into this single crochet that I did here at the end, make a single crochet again. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in the middle between these 2 double crochets, just open this up like this, and we have this V-stitch. So right here inside this V-stitch, you're going to make a double crochet like this. You're going to make a V-stitch here, which will consist of a double crochet, 2 chains, and then go back into this space and make another double crochet. So here's the first V-stitch. Now again, push the 2 double crochets here like this, and inside this V-stitch here, make another V-stitch, double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Again, jump to the next fan, push the double crochets to make room here, and go into the V-stitch and make a double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. This is how we're going to continue for this row, and this is all we're going to do, these V-stitches. Continue like this to the end, and I'll meet you there to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of this 10th row. I have a total of 30 V-stitches in this color white. Now to finish, we're going to go here on top of this last single crochet and make a single crochet. Now for the 11th row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Into this same single crochet that I did, make a single crochet, chain 2, and then we're going to insert our hook into this chain 2 space in blue, and then through the chain 2 space of this V-stitch here. Make a single crochet, 2 chains, single crochet. Now we're doing the same thing we did here on row 9, which is the chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, but we're going through both, except in the middle here. We're not going to go through both. We're going to chain 2, and then between the 2 V-stitches, make a single crochet, then chain 2. Now you're going to go through both colors like this. Single crochet, 2 chains, single crochet, 2 chains, and then single crochet between the 2 V-stitches in white, 2 chains, go through both colors here like this, single crochet, 2 chains, single crochet. This is how you're going to continue for this row. That's what it looks like from the back, and this is the front. Continue, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I finished this last row. Now here I did 2 chains, then I did a single crochet here where I have the last single crochet. Cut my yarn and pass my yarn through that last loop, and the yoke is done. That's what it looks like there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make single crochets here along the very edge before we join, and then continue for the rest. So we're going to be using the same hook, the 3.5mm crochet hook, the same one that we started this with. So we're going to go here. This is where we finished. So insert your hook right here on top of this single crochet right there. This is the last one that I did. And then with this blue yarn, bring a loop through the front like this. Chain 1. And then right here to the side of this single crochet right there, insert your hook and make a single crochet. Now single crochet into the next single crochet, single crochet here on top of this. Yes, that's a single crochet too. So far I have 3 single crochets. Now make 1 here, that's 4, and then we have this double crochet, make 2 there, that's 5 and 6. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, that's 7, 8, and 9. I made 2 there. Then we have the 2 chains, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, and then we have the row of half double crochets, that's 14, and then the row of chains, that's 15 single crochets. I think that looks pretty good. The important thing here is that this here is nice and straight. I think that looks pretty good. So now chain 1, turn, and go back down working single crochets for a total of 2 more rows. So finish this row here at the end, chain 1, turn, and then come back up for the 3rd row. I'll meet you at the end of the 3rd row. Okay, I finished the 3rd row here at the end. All I did was just cut my yarn, pass my yarn through that last stitch, and this is what it looks like. Now we're going to do the same thing here on this side. So this is going to go like this. So this here is where I'm going to add my buttonhole. So I'm going to go here to the top, find your chain here. Let's see, that's the chain right there. Now grab a loop, bring it through the front, chain 1, and into this same stitch here make a single crochet. Now the next row is the half double crochet row, so make a single crochet there, and then 2 single crochets here, and then 1, and so on. For this part you're going to do the exact same thing we did here. For me it was 15 single crochets, so I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'll meet you here once I have my 15 single crochets to show you how we're going to make our buttonholes in the next row. Okay, I finished making these 15 single crochets. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn for the 2nd row. I'm not going to make my buttonholes on this row, I'm going to make it on the 3rd row actually. So here just make your first single crochet and then work your way up making single crochets. You're going to have 15 single crochets, or however many you had here. I had 15, it really doesn't matter if you have more or less. The important thing here is that this part here is nice and straight. Okay, so I'm almost done with the 2nd row. Here's my last stitch. Now for the 3rd row, chain 1 and turn. Now this is where I'm going to make my buttonhole. So here on top of this first single crochet, make a single crochet, chain 1, skip 1 single crochet, and into the next make a single crochet. And here's the first buttonhole. Now the buttons that I'm going to use are very little, so this is enough for me. If you're going to use bigger buttons, make sure they fit through this little hole. Now we're going to continue and work our way down. Let's see how many I'm going to make. I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, actually 9. I'm gonna make 9. So that's 9 single crochets, chain 1, skip 1, and into the next make a single crochet. That's 1, 2, and 3. So I'm only going to do 2 buttonholes. There's 1 and 2. Now chain 1, turn, make a single crochet, single crochet, and single crochet, and here where we did the chain, make a single crochet there, and then single crochet on each one of the single crochets until you come here to the end. I'll meet you at the end of this 4th row. Okay, I finished making this row and we have 2 buttonholes, 1 and 2. Now we're going to go around the neckline. So here we're going to chain 1, insert your hook into this last single crochet that you did, make a single crochet, single crochet into the next row, that's 2, into the next row, that's 3, into the next row, and that is 4 right there. 4 single crochets. Now we have the chains. Now we have these stitches around the neckline. So into the first stitch right here, make a slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, and so on. This is how I'm going to work the neckline. Now, if it's easier for you, you can do single crochets as well, or even slip stitches. But the slip stitches itself without a chain may reduce the size of the neckline, so it might make it smaller. So that's why I'm adding a chain here, and I think it looks pretty nice. That's a nice finish there. So continue, and I'll meet you right here at this other end. Here you're going to do 3 single crochets, and then we're going to make 1 more row and work our way down. So I'll meet you right here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at this other end. I did these last 3 single crochets. Now we're going to work our way down with single crochet. So chain 1 and into this last single crochet like this. Insert your hook and make your first single crochet. Then continue and work 1 single crochet for each one of these single crochets that we did here. I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making this 4th row, so now what we're going to do is we're going to divide the sleeves. The yoke is done, and that's what it looks like from the front. Now, to divide the sleeves, this is what we're going to do. So here we have 3 V-stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then put a stitch marker right in the middle of these 2. Then for the sleeve, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, put a stitch marker. I have my stitch markers going through both rows, blue and the white. And then for the front side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then again, right in the center of these 2, I have a stitch marker. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the sleeve, and then 3 for the front panel. Now, what we're going to do in this row is I'm going to show you before I start. When we did the row in blue, the last row that we did, we were doing these chain 2. So right in there, into this space right here, we're going to work 3 double crochets into each one of the chain 2 spaces, like this. So let me show you here. We're going to join this like this. This is where we have the buttonhole, so it needs to go on top. So now insert your hook into this first row right here, and then grab this loop, bring it through the front. Now chain 2 and into this same space here and into the first row here in the back, or actually this is the last row. Insert your hook back again and make a double crochet. Now go into the next row here and into the next row back here and make 2 double crochets into this same stitch here. Again into the next row, this one here, and in the back 2 double crochets. So far I have done 5 double crochets, 2, 4, and then 5. The 2 chains don't count. So now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this single crochet here in this color white. You can see it right there. I am going to go in there and I'm going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now here we have the row in blue and we have a chain 2 space, chain 2 space, chain 2 space. This is the last row that we did in the color blue. So into this first chain 2 space right there, insert your hook and make 3 double crochets. So into each one of the chain 2 spaces, we're going to now make 3 double crochets. And that's what it looks like here at the beginning. Now find the next chain 2 space. We have 2 here. Into the first, make 3 double crochets. Into the next, 3 double crochets. Then we have the next 2 right here. Make 3 double crochets here too. Okay, and then we have the last chain 2 space, and then we have the stitch marker. So into this one chain 2 space, you're going to make 3 double crochets. So let me count how many I have here. We have the 2 chains and then 1 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 double crochets for this side here. Now we're going to divide the sleeves, chain 6, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, perfect. Now we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 V stitches, and into this chain 2 space here. This is the second one here in the back. See, we have 1 before the stitch marker and 2. So into the second chain 2 space, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Jump to the next chain 2 space, fold the white row like this so that you can see the chain 2 spaces more easily. So into each one of the spaces, make 3 double crochets like this. Now there should be 16 here for the front side, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 chain 2 spaces. So you're going to do 3 double crochets into each one. Continue, and I'll meet you here to show you how we're going to divide the other sleeve. Okay, I have 48 double crochets for this front side. We have 16 chain 2 spaces, so 16 times 3, that's 48. Now to divide the other sleeve, we're going to chain 6. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and into this second chain 2 space, see, this is the center, so into this next one, make 3 double crochets. Now here you're just going to work 3 double crochets for each one of these chain 2 spaces, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll meet you here at the end of this first row to show you how we're going to finish this first row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. Up to here I have 18 double crochets. Now here at the end we're going to do the same thing we did here at the beginning. Into this single crochet we did 3 double crochets, so I'm going to find this single crochet here, and into that same stitch I'm going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now I have 21 double crochets. I need to make one more. I'm going to make it right here into this same space where I did the chain 2 and the first double crochet. So just insert your hook there and make one last double crochet. So now if you count each one of the double crochets, not the 2 chains, you should have 96 double crochets. We have 22 double crochets for this side. We have 26 for this side. We have 48 for the front side, so that makes a total of 96 double crochets for this first row. Now to finish this first row, go on top of the first double crochet right here and join with a slip stitch. Now for the second row, chain 2, and into this same stitch where I did the slip stitch, make a double crochet, and then continue and make 1 double crochet for each one of these double crochets from the previous row, just like this. Now when you come here under the sleeve where we have the 6 chains, you're just going to make 1 double crochet for each one of the chains, and then continue for the front side and finish here at the end. I'll meet you here at the end of the second row. I'm here at the end of this second row. I have 108 double crochets. Remember that on each side we added 6 extra stitches, so that's a total of 108 double crochets. Now to finish, go on top of the first double crochet right here and join with a slip stitch. Now for the third row, what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 slip stitches. This is so that every row from here on ends right here, right about the center. So right about here. So we're going to do these 2 slip stitches. Now you're going to chain 4, and into this same stitch here make a double crochet. Skip 1, 2, and into the third double crochet, this one here, make a double crochet, chain 1, actually chain 2, double crochet. We're going to chain 2 instead. Again, skip 1, 2, and into the third, another V-stitch. Double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Again, skip 1, 2, and into the third, another V-stitch. This is how we're going to continue for this third row. So continue, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. I'm here at the end of this third row. I have a total of 36 V-stitches. Now to finish, we're going to go here to the side where we have the 4 chains and join with a slip stitch. And this is how I finished the third row. Now, the stitch that I'm going to use consists of 2 row repeats. So the first row is where we do the V-stitches, and then the next row is this one that I'm going to show you. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to work a front post double crochet right here. These are the chains. And then inside each one of the chain 2 spaces, you're going to make 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets, and then finish with a front post double crochet. Again, we have the next V-stitch into the first double crochet, work a front post double crochet, inside the chain 2 space, make 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. I'm going to call these fans from here on. That way I don't have to repeat and say 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. You'll know that we're going to make these fans. And then finish with a front post double crochet. Again, front post double crochet, a fan inside the chain 2 space, and then finish with a front post double crochet. This is how we're going to continue for this 4th row. I'll meet you at the end. I'm here at the end of this 4th row. Now to finish, we're going to go here to the side where we have the chain right there and join with a slip stitch. Now for the 5th row, we're going to make the row of V-stitches. So here we need to do 3 slip stitches, 1, 2, 3. So beginning on top of the first double crochet, make a slip stitch, into the next a slip stitch, and inside the chain 2 space a slip stitch. Now here you're going to chain 4 and then a double crochet. Jump to the next chain 2 space of the next fan and do a V-stitch. Double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet. Jump to the next and do the same thing, another V-stitch. This is all we're going to do for this 5th row, which is the 2nd row to our pattern repeat. Continue like this and I'll meet you at the end of this row. I'm here at the end of this 5th row. This is where we did V-stitches. This is the 2nd row to our pattern. Now to finish, you're going to go here where we have these 4 chains and join with a slip stitch. Now for the 6th row, this is where we're going to do this row of fans. So beginning here, you're going to chain 1 and then work a front post double crochet here where we have these chains. Then inside this chain space, you're going to do 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. And then a front post double crochet. Jump to the next V-stitch, work a front post double crochet, 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. And then a front post double crochet. This is all you're going to do for this 6th row. Continue and I'll meet you here at the end to show you once again the row of V-stitches. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 6th row. This is the 2nd row to our pattern. Now to finish, you're going to go here to the side where we have this chain and join with a slip stitch. And that's how I finished this row. So now from here on, you're going to repeat these 2 rows, the row of fans and the row of V-stitches. So in the next row, we need to do the row of V-stitches. So to start you off here, you're going to do 3 slip stitches, 1, 2, 3, right here. 1, 2, 3. Chain 4, double crochet into the same space, jump to the next, chain 2 space of the next fan and do a V-stitch. Double crochet, 2 chains, double crochet, jump to the next one and do the same thing. Now this is all we're going to do from here on. We're going to repeat these 2 rows, the row of V-stitches and the row of fans. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do from here on, but continue watching and I'll meet you at the end of that row. Okay, I did a total of 14 rows up to here. So from here to here, there's 14 rows and it's measuring me. Let me measure it for you. From the center here, the neckline, it's measuring about 12 inches, which is about 30.5 centimeters. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make 1 or 2 more rows using this white color. Now if you want to make it longer, like I said, you can. Up to here I have exactly 100 grams of yarn. So if you have 1 skein of yarn that it's 100 grams and a little bit of another color, then you can certainly make this little dress here like this. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here where I did my slip stitch to finish my last row, row 14, and I'm going to grab this loop in this color white, bring it through the front, chain 1, and then into this same space here make a single crochet. Actually I'm going to do it right here, right in the center. So right there. Grab this loop, bring it through the front, chain 1, and into this same space make a single crochet. Now chain 2, and you're going to go into the chain 2 space of this fan, make a single crochet, 2 chains, single crochet again, 2 chains, and right in the center between these 2 right here, insert your hook and make a single crochet, 2 chains, single crochet, inside the chain 2 space, 2 chains, single crochet, and then 2 chains again, and in the center between these 2 another single crochet. This is how we're going to continue for this row. I'll meet you here at the end. I'm here at the end of this row. Now to finish, we're going to go here on top of the first single crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for the second row, we're going to do the same thing. So chain 1 and into this same stitch here, make a single crochet. Now chain 2, go into this chain 2 space and make a single crochet, 3 chains, single crochet, then 2 chains, and right in the middle we have this single crochet. So insert your hook through this stitch here. You see like a little V, so insert your hook there and make a single crochet, 2 chains, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, 2 chains, and then again in the middle we have the single crochet. Insert your hook through the center of this single crochet and make a single crochet, 2 chains, and then repeat the same thing. Here we're going to do 3 chains instead of 2. So continue like this and I'll meet you at the end of this row. And that's what it looks like. I'll meet you here at the end. Okay, I finished making this last row. Here at the end, I just joined to the beginning with a slip stitch, cut my yarn, and then passed my yarn through that last loop, and then I just hid my ends here on the inside. So the bottom part of the baby dress, it's done, and that's what it looks like. Now, it's all done. I went ahead and added a little ribbon here through this row of double crochets, and I also went ahead and sewed in these little flowers. These little flowers, they just come pre-made. I purchased them from Joann's. You can do the same thing too. So our little dress is done. This little dress is for baby girls between 6 and 9 months old. Let me give you the finished measurements. So here, the waist, this is about 9 inches right across, which is about 23 centimeters. From the center of the neckline down to the last row, it's about 12.25 inches, which is about 31 centimeters. So based on these measurements, it's for baby girls between 6 and 9 months old. So the little dress is done. Now stay tuned. I went ahead and did the matching diaper cover or little bloomers. Look at these are so adorable. And I went ahead and did the matching baby bonnet for those of you who prefer little hats. This is the one that I did, and same thing, I put the little flowers there. I also went ahead and did the matching baby booties, these here, and I did a little headband here, which I'm also going to show you how to make. Okay, so I hope you like this baby set, which I have worked so hard to make for you all. I know many of you have asked for baby dresses, so stay tuned. I will be uploading lots of other baby sets like this for baby girls. I have a little niece coming this summer, and all of this is going to be for her. I'm so excited. After many years of just boys in the family, we are getting finally a baby girl. I'm sure she will love all of this that I'm making her with so much love. Okay, so this was today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.